Hello all, welcome to our channel Good to Go. So in this video we are going to see about the Laravel package installation techniques. Okay, in our previous video we had a small tour about Laravel website. Hope you all know something about the Laravel website, how to search the resources what you need. Okay, fine. So in previous video I gave some environmental requirement things. Hope you have already installed those things in your system. It should be must for installing Laravel package. Okay, so as I said earlier, I have a XAMPP in my folder. Okay, I will give you the small intro how to download XAMPP and all. Hope in previous video also I explained it. Even I am giving the explanation about how to install the XAMPP. Okay, just I am going to Google. I am typing install XAMPP server. Okay, so here is the official website for XAMPP, apache-friends.org. I gave this link in our previous video description. Even I am showing the website here. Okay, fine. Here we can download what are the based on our requirements. Okay, fine. In my previous video I said like we are going to take a Laravel 5.8 version, stable version. So first we need to know about what is the required PHP version for 5.8. Okay, so here is the came to laravel.com, entering to documentation section. The version is must. When you are going into laravel.com, you have to pick what are the versions you are needed. Okay, fine. So in installation section I have a server requirements. See, here we need a 7.1.3 PHP version should be greater than or equal to 7.1.3, which means you can't to use the version below to 7.1.3. okay, fine. You can download what based on the requirements. See, this exam version is 7.4.19. okay, there is here we have a Windows version. Right, here is the Windows. We have a more download link. If you are using a Linux, means you can download a Linux exam. Okay, so here you can download the latest version, or else you can pick the required version of XAMPP from this section. Okay, so this is all about the XAMPP download. Once you download that, on .exe file will be downloaded, you can install it in your preferred drive. Okay, then after we need Composer. Okay, in Laravel website itself they gave a link for Composer. Get it into the Composer, go to download section. Okay, just copy paste in your command line. It will create the Composer globally to your system. Okay, fine. Then that's it about the Laravel installation. For your reference, I am showing the previous video content. Install Composer, install exam, text editor and command line tool. We have already text editor and command line tool. Okay, fine. I installed the exam in E drive. Okay, here is the E drive, here is the exam folder. Okay, fine. In exam we have a many plugins. Okay, see, here we can see the PHP MyAdmin. This is for a database thing. MySQL, hope you know the database MySQL. Okay, there is a many PGSQL is there, MySQL. What are all the database we need, we can install it. Okay, in by default XAMPP will be having a MySQL. Okay, I'm going to start the exam control panel. It will take some time to load the Apache server. Okay, so see, here we have Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Tomcat. We need a Apache server and MySQL for Laravel. Okay, not MySQL is not mandatory. Right now we are not going to integrate any database, so I am just starting the Apache. Apache is a Tomcat server. Tomcat is the company name, Apache is the server name. Okay, so I started the Apache. Status changer detected running. Okay, got it. See, Apache is running in port number 80, 81, 443. These are all the ports of Apache server. Okay, so the package if you are installing Laravel package, where the package will be holded in exam, these htdocs will be the folder where we are going to create our project series. Already I created one, a good to go folder. Here we are going to install our Laravel package. Okay, so we need to start a command line prompt, navigate into htdocs. We are in E drive exam folder. We need to install our package in htdocs and good to go folder. Okay, so I am moving to our good to go folder. So we are in good to go folder. Okay, so go to laravel.com, come to installation section. See, we can these steps will be you need to make it as Laravel installer as global, because whenever you are giving a global word Laravel means you can use this command. Okay, now I'm using a different development languages. I mean, I'm using a Node.js, I'm using a Laravel. So for reduce the complexity, I didn't install the Laravel globally. So I'm going to create it with composer command. Okay, see, if you are installing Laravel globally, you can use a Laravel new block. It will create a new Laravel package. The package name will be a block. But now I'm going to create a composer command. Okay, fine. Before running the command, I'm just making it as, instead of block, I'm giving package name as CRUD. Okay, CRUD means create, read, update, delete. These are the actions in web development. Not only in web development, in all software we will use the CRUD as basic things. Okay, now I'm going to run this command. You can see the XAMPP version here. See, I'm using a 7.2.3, which is greater than what we need for Laravel 5.8. Okay, we need a 7.1.3 version greater than. Now I have a 7.2.3. I installed a 7.2.3 version. Okay, I am pasting the composer create command. See, it will start installing the package inside our good to go project. So guys, see, here the command is running already, creating a Laravel project at /CRUD. Okay, now you can see the folder CRUD. See, the directory structure which we already go through in our website, the directory structure is creating in this CRUD path. Okay, okay guys, it will take some times to create a package. Then after, it will download all the dependency packages which is needed for this Laravel basic things. See, I mentioned in previous video, composer will be a dependency injection thing for our package. Okay, so see, in our package composer.json will be there. Inside this composer.json we can see all the packages, all the basic packages. See, it requires PHP version should be greater than 1.3. This Laravel version should be needed this PHP version. Then Laravel framework will be a 5.8. okay, so these are all the development requirement for this Laravel package. Okay, so whenever you are going to composer based development, this composer.json file will be available in that project. It may be a Java or Node.js, whatever. If you are going to Node.js, you will be having a Node modules. Then package.json will be there. Even Laravel also nowadays coming up with our basic Node.js, Node module things, JS languages. So they are giving a package.json file also. We can install Node modules in our package.json. See that Node package management. Okay, we can install by default there is a view layer in our Laravel package. See, by default these package.json having a view framework. Okay, you can run the view framework. Where is that view framework will be available? Go to resource section. I already said view is the front end language. Okay, so uh, all the front end languages things will be holded in this resource folder only. Okay, so see inside this view all the, this is the HTML blade file. I will show you when this file is going to run. Then SAS, then this is the language holding file, then JS. See, this is the view component. See, this is the basic view component. I told you right, in package.json there is a view framework. This is the view component of that framework. By default Laravel holding these all things. Okay, so all the dependencies are managed by composer.json, and all node module things will be handled by package.json. Okay, let's see, the package is created. See, all the packages are installed, dependency packages are installed, then it will discover all the package to our service provider, then it will generate a key. Hope in previous video I told you about the key generate method. Laravel having a pre-default AES encryption method. So whenever you are installing any Laravel, it will create one key where it will be. Okay, so I'm attaching this folder into our Sublime. See, you can see this .env file. This is the environmental file for this Laravel package. Okay, where is that app key? Here is the app key. So by basically this is the AES key which is encoded by base 64. Okay, first of all the key will be encrypted by AES algorithm, then that algorithm value will be encoded by the base 64. See, I am showing you the difference of that command. This is the by default command. Okay, after the package installed, PHP artisan key generate command is running at the end of this package generator, so the key is generated. Now I am going to create again PHP artisan key generate. Okay, see, could not find. Okay, fine, I need to go inside the CRUD because the artisan commands will work only inside the Laravel package. Okay, I came to CRUD package, then I am running this PHP artisan command. See, application key set successfully. Let's see. Now hope new key is generated. See, there is a difference between first key and second key. This is the AES technology based encryption method which is used by Laravel by default. Okay, so whenever we are creating our project, this is not a mandatory, but we will create the app name. It will hold the session name with prefix of this app name. Okay, so done. We already installed the Laravel package. Then what is the, we created the composer command, then local development server. If you have a PHP installed locally and you would like to use PHP in built-in development server to serve our application, you may use the serve artisan. Okay, fine. What is the serve artisan? The serve commands which it will automatically switch the ports which is not already in use. Okay, sometimes while I am starting this Apache, I said right, the ports are listening 80, 81, 443. Sometimes these ports will be blocked due to the any other application. For example, if you are using any screen sharing application like a team viewer, we are using some screen sharing application, means it will hold some port to run that application. At that time our applications locally we are developing, means it will get some interactions between the ports. That time the application will get blocked. So that Laravel having a pre-default command line which is PHP artisan serve, it will automatically serve which port is in free. Okay, so I am taking this PHP artisan serve, I am pasting, running it. See, Laravel development server started at HTTP, which means localhost only, the IP 127, that is okay, fine. I'm just entering the value 127 dot, what is it, 8000, port is 8000. See, it's going to run our, here is the our Laravel app. Okay, fine, we installed our Laravel app. almost it's running. Okay, so how to verify this Laravel package is yours. Let's take some try. Okay, we will create one URL, then we will create one separate website page. Okay, so as usual I am going to our document. I will give you the some points in live. How to create separate page. Okay, how to create a page in Laravel. Okay, let's create root URL, create controller method, create view file. Then whenever we are hitting that URL, it will go to the controller, then it will call the view file. View file means our HTML file. Okay, so you are entered into Laravel, you are not going to use the word HTML. From now the HTML will be considered as blade.php file. Okay, in resources you have a views folder. See, these are the HTML file. Hope you can understand this HTML syntaxes. Here is the HTML file. We are going to call the HTML file as welcome.blade.php. This is in previous, before you are entering into Laravel, it will be a welcome.html. Okay, so Laravel should be running with the Blade template engine. Okay, so how to create a root. Let's go to laravel.com. Hope there is a basic structure, basic section. Here we have a routing. Okay, I came to routing. Just a minute, guys. Okay, guys, so we came to a routing section. In this routing section we can there is a basic routings. So route redirect here to there, which means here means this is the URL. Okay, there means this URL will take you to there. Okay, that is the concept. Okay, where I'm going to define these routes. Okay, fine. See, we have a required parameters things. Okay, so route get user ID. Whenever I am passing this ID, it will show return me as user this ID. Okay, let me show you this function in our router file. Where is the router file in our Laravel project? You can check all the directories. So Laravel is why Laravel is most advanced thing. They are giving a very elegant syntax and elegant naming words things for developers. Okay, so I mentioned it as a route. There is a folder called route. In all framework we will having a router file. All framework we will having a controller file, then a view file. Okay, so don't confuse in Laravel or Lumen or whatever any frameworks. In all frameworks we will having a router file. So we are going to create a web page. Okay, I told you about API, right? API means only it will return only a JSON responses, it won't give you any pages. So web technology only rendering with the pages. Okay, web.php we are going to use the file. See, here we are putting this slash section. It's take the, this is also a function. We are passing a first parameter as URL parameter, then the second parameter might be a controller name, or it will we can directly mention here as any function with the view. Return view means it, whenever I am hitting this slash URL, it will take the welcome.blade file from view folder. That is the meaning. Okay, it will return the welcome.php file from view folder. See, we already run the package, right? This is the slash URL. Okay, the empty URL will be considered as slash URL. So the slash URL going to our resource view folder welcome.blade. Okay, how to verify this? I am going to change this name as Laravel into Laravel CRUD. Okay, where is that name? See, here is. I am changing this as Laravel CRUD. Yeah, we are that slash URL is calling that welcome.blade. Okay, we are going to follow the same thing only. Now I am giving an example with the parameter also. Okay, so whenever I am giving this user slash, this is the parameter thing. We can pass a parameter. Okay, otherwise we can use this also, user slash view. Okay, here user view. Okay, I will show you the difference between the user view. That's it, we registered the URL. We are just going to give this register.user view. See, the user view is returning. Okay, that's it guys, we registered our Laravel route file. Okay, so I am going to create one file here. This is also Laravel, I said right, it is a HTML file. So in HTML we can write any text also. I am giving as user view blade. Okay, I am saving this file as inside the resource views folder. I am saving this as user.blade.php. that user blade.php extension is the blade template extension for Laravel. Okay, you must use this blade.php. okay, I'm renaming this as user view.blade.php. okay, so here I'm going to use same like this. Instead of the string, I'm giving a user view. Okay, so which means whenever I'm calling this URL, it will go to the view folder. Inside this resource folder, it will call the user.view.file. Let's see, this text I removed. Okay, okay, fine. The text is which is we saved inside the blade file is working now. Okay, fine. Let's go to, okay, before that we will show this parameter thing also. Okay, now I'm going to create this user slash view as user slash 1. This is the ID. See, I am passing the second parameter as optional. The second parameter ID is passing into the function, then it is showing with concatenated with user slash, which means user slash 1, that 1 is passing here, then user concatenated with 1, that is the value of this file. Okay, let's create a separate blade file for this user ID view. Okay, which means user ID 1 viewing the user ID 1 value. Okay, now I'm going to create one more file for this. I'm saving this file as user id view dot blade dot php. okay, so here we can convert this as user id dot view. In user id dot view we can user id, just for a reference as of now. Okay, okay, 4 not found. Why 4 not found? User slash 1. Where is the user slash 1? I renamed this URL name as user slash 1.id. So whenever the URL is not found, it will throw 404 not found exception. This exception handling will be handled in Laravel. Okay, this is also one of the famous advantage in Laravel. Laravel have a pre-default handling, exceptional handling methods. Okay, so I'm giving a user id view. Okay, fine. I need to pass this id value inside this view. How to pass this? We have a compact method. Okay, you can use the variable inside this compact. so that we can access this id inside the blade file. Okay, so this is the blade file. How to show the variable value? This dollar id will be a variable. This is the echo method. In core PHP we will use like this. Okay, in core PHP we will use like this. See, both will return the same value. Oops, there is an error. There is a spelling mistake. I said it is a compact. I made a mistake in this word. Okay, see, user view 1, this is the output of this syntax. Then this echo is the syntax of 1. Why Laravel is using this double curly braces for echo instead of Laravel PHP? Okay, let me give a small sample to this. Okay, there is a HTML injections in all server side language. Okay, not only in server side language, HTML injection is based on the hackers will enter some HTML code inside the front end. It will run through our server side language. If it is rendered as a HTML in our backend, obviously it will be a allowed code inside our package, so that will make our malicious functionalities inside our app. So Laravel is allowing some technology to avoid the HTML encryption. See, here I am writing one JavaScript code. Okay, yes, HTML injection allowed. Okay, here I'm giving a echo, dollar echo. The variable name is dollar echo. So I need to pass this dollar echo inside our. I declared one variable inside. For that variable I gave this script tag value. So what will happen if the script tag is running inside the HTML? In our previous video, hope you learned about the JavaScript and HTML. So automatically it will run, right? Let's see what is the difference. Let me show you. Okay, I am giving this echo variable to this. Okay, after this variable I am giving a echo in Laravel echo method. Okay, got it? I didn't use this echo here, so I am just showing. Let me give a break tag here. It will give a new line to this and this. See, this is the value I gave to variable. Okay, we are using a echo with Laravel method. Okay, fine. I am going to give this value for PHP echo. Oh god, here is the alert message. Yes, HTML injection is allowed. See how it's running, because we are passing this script tag to this variable. This variable is passing to blade file. Inside the blade file we are doing the echo with PHP echo. Okay, so PHP echo will allow the value which is coming for the variable. It won't filter any values coming in variables, but Laravel echo, these double curly braces, it will check the HTML special characters in the variable string. Okay, so what are all the HTML characters which we are passing inside the Laravel echo, it will consider as a string only, so it won't run. See, so avoid using inside the pages like this. You can use this PHP without echo. Okay, we can't to use without PHP, but echo is a HTML injection allowed method. You need to be a safer side. Okay, you need to build a secure application, so just avoid a echo. If you know this variable will hold only string, means you can use the echo. Okay, fine. I need to show somewhere this like this. I want to give a name in this variable. Okay, for example, I am passing good to go. I know this variable is holding the variable syntax with the h1 tag. The value will be a good to go only. Okay, now I can run this. See, HTML is returned a string here. PHP echo is compiled the HTML code. Okay, so why we can't to do the same with Laravel echo method? Yes, we can do. Laravel gave a one more option. If you know this variable is holding with the HTML special characters, we can use like this. Okay, single curly braces with the double exclamatory symbol. This is the open and close. Okay, see, yeah, that's it. This is the echo of Laravel, this is the echo of PHP. Okay, so we can avoid this method, only we can use this Laravel echo method. Okay, fine. This is the basic example of HTML injection avoiding methods. Okay, this is also one of the security method. Okay, fine. Now we will create one controller to map these view pages. Okay, before that we will build one view. We'll go with the live view method. Okay, as usual I'm going to w3schools.com. see in w3schools.com, let's go to how to section. We have a many pages here. Let's take any. What about this animated search? Okay, this animated search. Yeah, here is the make a website. Okay, there is a center website, contacts section. Okay, let's build a live coding. I'm going to make this two URLs. Okay, let's create a new one. Now I gave a, we can directly call the view files from our router.php. Now I'm going to give a about us. The page will be about us. Then one more thing will be, what is that, contact us. Okay guys, this is the basic website creating technology. Okay, method, sorry. So we defined two new blade files, so we need to create here. Okay, fine, we can create on a new folder. What we can segregate folders also. I'm going to create one new folder inside the view, that is called website. Okay, I'm going to create one about us and the contact us page website. So here is the website. Inside the website I'm going to create one blade file called about us dot blade dot php. Okay, blade dot php is must. Then contact us dot blade dot php. Okay, so as usual I'm going to copy this contact us section from this. Try it yourself. See guys, I'm just explaining how to map the router to view files. I'm not explaining the HTML syntax in this video, so you should know the HTML syntax things. So only to reduce the time I'm just copying it from w3schools.com. okay, so I pasted the contact us. Then we have one more page, right, that is about us. Okay, use the about us. This is a pretty about us page. I'm copying these two and pasting this in about us section. Okay, we gave a route called about us, it will call the about us page. Let's check. Wow, there is no view called about us. Why? Inside our view folder, okay, I created a website folder, right? How to map this website folder? Just simple. What are the folder? This is the folder name. Just give a dot. Okay, inside this website this about us is available. Okay, the website contact is also in a website. Now run the, see why I am making this mistake. I want to show you how to find the solution for this. View about us not found. Here is a hint for your error. It's saying invalid argument exception, that is view about us. Argument means we are passing on value inside the view method, that is about us is not found. So the valid argument is website dot about us. Okay, but we passed about us, so it gave a mistake. Okay, now I gave a correct syntax. Wow, see the about us page is running now. Why the images are not available here? Okay, maybe any live URLs are not working in a, see they gave a w3 image like this. Because of this, let's remove the image. Let's keep our website clean. Okay, I am removing this website tag. Okay, yeah, have a good about us page. Okay, fine. Now let's go to contact us page. Wow, even I have a pretty contact us page. Here is also some image issue, so let's remove this. Okay, so see, here is a column tag. I remove this column. Okay, row means it will consider the whole page. Inside that row we are splitted two columns, so I'm saving this file. This is one column. Here image is not showing. Hope we can see it in this section. See, this image is not available in our website, so this is one column, this is one column. Okay, so here we have a two column div. I am going to remove this division, one row column. So this column is come to left side. Okay, we have a contact us form also. Let's check whether it have a sample website. Yeah, we have a sample website. Oh god, let's take this website to our package. Click it as, try it yourself. Okay, so where I will give, okay fine, already we have a welcome.php file, right? Whenever we are running a /URL, it's redirected to this page. Okay, let's use this blade file. Let's remove all the code from this blade file. Let's paste the HTML of basic website here. Okay, see, I have a basic website. I have a static header. Okay, these are all things are built with the HTML, CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap and all. Hope in our previous video I gave a explanation about HTML, CSS, jQuery and JavaScript things. Okay, you can do these all things with the see, whenever I am scrolling this, the header is statically standing there. Okay, now we have a about us and contact us. Let's rename this as about us and contact us. Where is this? Home page. Okay, whenever I am clicking home page, how I need to give the root URL? When I am clicking this home, it should redirect to the main page of the home. Okay, so what is the main page URL? Just slash is the main page URL. This is the method. URL is the helper method for this router file URLs, web.php file URLs. Okay, so basically that URL helper will return the these things. The URL will hold this basic URL, then after it will append the param which we are passing inside that URL. Okay, it will append this slash. Okay, for here about us. Okay, so what is the URL of about us? Okay, just go to this web.php. you can take this, the URL, first param is the URL, so you can take this, you can paste it here. Then contact us. What is the contact us? Take this contact us. Okay, so I have created a sample website. Wow, see, the headers are having a home. I gave a, what is the basic URL I gave to home? Home will redirect to the same slash URL. See, I'm in a slash URL. When I'm clicking this, it will directly redirect to same URL. Okay, fine. When I'm clicking this about us, okay, it's take me to the about us page. Okay, let's back to home page. I'm clicking the contact us. Wow, it's taking to the contact us page also. Okay, fine. Okay guys, that's it about our routing method. Routing file will take you to the view folder. Okay, so what is about controller? Controller will hold the logic things, the intermediate thing which will hold between URL and view blade file will be the controller. Okay, controller only will interact with the model file. Model file means for in database we will have having a multiple tables. Each table will hold with model. Okay, inside our Laravel package we will refer a table with the model file only. For example, let's take a user management database. Okay, I'm going to enter all the user details in our application, so the table name will be a user. Okay, so for user we will create one model file name called user, same name. Okay, so that is handled by controller. Okay, we will call the user model inside the controller. We will take all the data from user model, we will pass it to the view. Okay, I just gave this id variable. These functionalities are should be holded within a controller section. Okay, we have a about us section, we have a contact us section, we have a slash. Let's remove these, let's take this to down. Okay, we have a simple website, right? Okay, now we need to integrate a controller for these three URLs. How to integrate? In Laravel we have a many. Okay, this is in serving, right? We can create one more cell command, cd htdocs. What is the package name? CRUD. Okay, no, inside the good to go we are using a CRUD. Okay, okay, fine. What is the commands available in Laravel? PHP artisan commands available in Laravel. Just we can use the PHP artisan list method. It will give you all the PHP commands which is holded inside the package. Okay, fine. I need to create a controller. Okay, see, there is a key generate method. In prefix we will add a PHP artisan. So this key generate will set the application key. Already we see while installing the Laravel package. Okay, I need to make a controller. Here is the command make controller. Create a new controller class. Okay, okay, fine. I'm going to create one controller. PHP artisan make controller. This will create a skeleton of controller. Okay, not enough arguments, missing name. I gave the command itself, but I need to mention the controller name. Okay, so I am pausing a considering this first space is a argument. Okay, I am creating one controller name as website controller. Okay, controller created successfully. Where it will be created, all the logical things will be holded in app section only. Inside the app, this HTTP will hold the controller and middleware. Okay, so inside the controller, see, we created on website controller, it came here. Okay, fine. Okay, now I'm going to create a method inside the controller that is called home page. Let's create a 3 method. We have a 3 pages, right? Let's create a home page, about us, then contact us. Very simple. Contact us. Just we created a simple method. Okay, so let's do one thing. We'll change these things to controller section. Home page will take to welcome page. About us page will be take to website.about us page. Contact us will take to here. Okay, I pasted these all view things here. I need to call this method here only, right? Then only that page will be appear to our folder. Okay, I am removing this function. So this function is a logical thing inside the router file. So now I am moving the logical things to our controller itself. So I am going to make a controller. I need to mention you whenever calling this URL, go to this controller, call this method. Okay, that's it. It will take that web page. I am giving the website controller here at home page. Okay, I'm removing this function. Okay, that is the about us, that is the contact us. See, this refers to this slash URL refers to website controller at homepage method. Okay, this website controller at homepage method, same like about us and contact us. This about us URL is refers to website controller at about us method. Okay, let's see whether it is working fine or not. Okay, what is that method http homepage does not exist. It's showing a inside the website controller homepage is not available. Why? I made a mistake, spelling mistake. Okay, see, in exception itself they are giving a perfect explanation. Bad method call exception. This is the method name. I gave a wrong name, so it's throwing a method name does not exist error. Okay, so in which file? In website controller home page this name is not available, which means we are calling this URL, it's taking us to the website controller this name. Okay, in this name the method is not defined, so let's copy this method name here. Let's refresh. Okay, it's working now. How it's working? This URL is taking to the website controller, it's referring this method in website controller, so it's going to welcome. Okay, let's see. I'm giving a about us dot to home page. I'm referencing the slash URL. The home page of instead of home page, it will give the about us page to us. Okay, welcome dot about us not found. Why about us not found? We already gave, right? Why about us not found? Just think inside the resource website about us. Okay, instead of our website I gave a welcome. Okay, see, again it throwing the perfect exception message. Okay, for slash URL also the about us page is coming now. Let's remove. I'm just giving this value forever explanation. So when what are the view page we are giving here, it will appear here. That's it, guys. We already learned about routing, controller and method inside the controller. Okay, let me give one thing. Let's change my instead of my website I am giving a name like we will give one create. Let's give welcome message variable. Always we should follow up our naming convention methods. Okay, so be mind before giving a variable name. You can learn from. Okay, welcome good to go. I am giving this. As I said already, we can give compact, we can pass this variable inside the compact. So in this welcome.blade file we can access this variable. Okay, fine. I saved the file. I am refreshing. Welcome to good to go homepage. So here is the about us sphere for our website. Again as a contact us page. Wow, we built a small website. That's it, guys. We almost entered into Laravel. Then we learned how to install the Laravel. Then we know about the routing, controller, and blade file things. So we can build a basic static website things now. Okay, you can develop a static website right now itself. Okay, happy learning. We will come up with the next video. Okay, fine. In next video, in this video we are not connected any database things. In next video we are going to connect a database. Okay, so before learning the database things, at least you should know about the SQL things, that is structured query language. Go to w3schools.com. here is the SQL section. At least you should know the all the queries. Okay, I didn't give any SQL based videos, but you can learn this SQL from a W3 schools. We are going to use the MySQL database for our application in our next video. Okay, let me come up with a good topic to use database. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video. Keep subscribed.